Now, everyone knows that AI technology is here to improve our lives and even become a part of our daily activities. But how can you use AI, ChatGPT, and even Bing or Google to plan and improve your vacation? Whether it's going to be a cruise, hotel stay, or simply just traveling and transportation. What I don't see often enough is how we can take this technology and use it to our benefit. So in this video, I'll be walking you along on how you can make your vacation planning experience a little bit more seamless and remove the headaches of your vacation planning, so you can spend less time worrying about the wrong things. Just before we continue though, I would highly appreciate it if you could just hit that subscribe button below, as I will continue to bring you valuable information, tips, tricks, and advice you will need for a successful vacation. So make sure you do us both a favor and become a supporter of the channel. Alright, let's continue. The first thing I would recommend you use AI technology for is the planning process of your vacation. We all know that the planning aspect of your vacation is one of the most crucial steps in ensuring that everything will be able to go smoothly and the way you planned it. What you can do is prompt the AI to help you plan your travel arrangements and even get proper recommendations for your trip. What I mean by this is just simply using AI to guide you and avoiding the headaches of handling certain aspects of your trip. So if you have access to ChatGPT, Bing AI, or even Google Bard technology, here's what you can do. Head over to any one of these on your device. You could be using your phone, laptop, tablet, whatever it is you may have. Just make sure you have an internet connection. And by you watching this video, I can assume you do have access to the internet. Whenever I use the AI, I like to provide context to it so that it can return personalized information related to me. Here's how you can start to prompt the AI. For instance, you can tell the AI what you have in mind. So by my example, I told the AI I have booked a 7-day Caribbean cruise vacation sailing out of Florida. I provided more context by telling the AI I live just 4 hours away from the cruise port of embarkation and that I want to have the easiest time to board my cruise with no hassle. I then finish off by asking the AI what are some things I should do. Now, providing the context to the AI of what I will be struggling with, it will now return based on its training dataset a bunch of recommendations and the best possible arrangement based on my situation. You can see that it has returned some very vital tips I should take note of that I was probably contemplating about in the first place, or even things I wasn't aware of, such as any pre-registration offered online by the cruise line so that when I get there, the embarkation process can be much simpler and faster for me, or even how I should pack my essential items in my carry-on bag that I will mostly use or need right away, as the check bags I carry with me may take a longer time in arriving at my stateroom. And the fact that it took into consideration of my traveling arrangements as well, it didn't recommend me to take a flight since I was only 4 hours away from the cruise port, but instead it considered this information and recommended that I use a car service or even a shuttle if one is available, so that I can avoid any stress of driving or parking my personal vehicle. It even went beyond and stated the downside if I had chosen to drive, that I may possibly find it difficult to acquire any parking spots once I get to the cruise port. It is good that it had recommended this, as myself was wondering if I should drive or book a ride instead. Driving to the cruise port could even cost a fee to park my vehicle over the couple of days it will be left there, and that's something I probably would want to avoid anyways. So you see the power of AI? It can enhance the way you plan your vacation for the future and will take into consideration your personal requirements so that it can better give you advice tailored specifically to you, and this is all based on its database of knowledge. But not only that though, we can even incorporate using AI technology as a big part of our researching phase as well. So if you're curious what I mean by this is the approach I would use if I am going to research about my Caribbean cruise that I have booked for 7 days. I would say to the AI by giving it more context to my specific vacation trip. Bear in mind though, your trip will be different under different circumstances. I am just providing to you an example of how to incorporate using AI as a simple part of your vacation process. You can just take the examples that I use here, add, twist, or change the inputs and prompts to your own liking. Alright, now, what I will say to the AI is that my 7-day Caribbean cruise will make stops to 4 islands I've never fully experienced before. The ship I am sailing with is the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas, and the 4 islands we're stopping at are Jamaica, St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, and St. Martin. For each of these places, I do not want to do a shore excursion offered by the cruise ship, but instead explore these ports on my own. What would you recommend? Plus keep in mind, I don't want to return late back to the ship. The AI will now take all of this information into consideration and then provide a personal recommendation for you. If you are traveling with a partner or others in a group, you may want to include these details as well, so make sure to provide this context to the AI. But But in my case, I will act as a solo traveler. Now that the AI has seen my prompt with the required context, it is able to research and identify the activities I can do whenever I'm in port of any of these islands. It also recommended all the spots that a local tour guide would have suggested anyway, and offered even alternative to some of these attractions. You could even go further by taking this information and go online using Bing or Google to better understand any other requirements you may need. And these may even include anything such as getting a taxi, if you have to pay for entry to any of these places, how far away these places from your cruise port are, and so on. In most cases, you would have to provide even more context for better results. For instance, you could even tell the AI what cruise port your ship will be docked, and then it can even offer better recommendations based on that. What I would suggest though is to just use this technology in conjunction with Google or Bing. That way you can get even more up-to-date results in real time. ChatGPT does have its limitation, but with the proper guidance and you using other forms of technology, you can be sure to get some great results. Google and Bing both have their own AI technology, and they are currently implementing these technologies within their core search-based service. You can use these AI technologies instead if you feel like ChatGPT will be limited in the information it provides. But another useful thing that AI can help you with is how good it is at telling you about a certain destination, place, or thing. So if I wanted to find out more information about my cruise and even how I can enjoy myself while on the cruise, then I can prompt the AI to list me all the best things I can do on board my 7-day Caribbean cruise so that I can enjoy myself and make sure I have the best possible time. Here's what I would prompt the AI. I would say to it to be my personal assistant and then list me all the fun and relaxing things ranked from best to least interesting that I can do on board my 7-day Caribbean cruise on the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas. It will now go into its database and return to me the best recommendations it can find. This is based on the prompt I had provided it. Just note though that these results are actually gathered from real people and their own experiences. All the AI is doing is sourcing this information based on the context provided and then displaying that information to me. I could even go more in depth with the AI and tell it more about my personality. As what if I'm more of an older person who prefers relaxation activities instead of the activities that require me to move around too much? I could give it my age group plus the things I like, and it would then make a more personalized recommendation for me. So you see, the power of AI can be endless if you know how to use it to your advantage and help you to remove the headaches of planning, researching, and anything else you try to avoid when you just want to be on your vacation. There's still lots left to unpack with this technology, so you can imagine the extent you can go with this just by knowing how to properly prompt the AI correctly. I will be dropping more videos and even tutorials that will be able to get you set up in being more comfortable in using the AI. So if you want to see more of that, then you know what to do. The subscribe button is just below. If you've enjoyed the information from this video, I'm not asking you to leave a like. Comment below what else you'd like to learn about AI. Also, let me know if you're already using it and how you are implementing it into your daily life. Make sure you watch my next video that you may see here on the screen. It's Onique, your cruise employee, and I'm out.